Hello. I think I'm hearing echoes because I'm watching the stream myself. But I know the sound doesn't sound weird. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you all again. We are back with another episode of NevaeH Paradise Lost. This is episode 2. We did a lot of crazy stuff in the last one, so if you didn't see it, check out the VODs on Twitch or head over to YouTube where you can see everything that we've uploaded for this fantastic campaign. Before we get into the recap, we're going to go from left to right. Please, players, tell the people who you are and who you play. That's you.
Yeah. I was muted. I'm Onyx. I play Amara's Tureen. You can find me here or on TikTok on Icy Onyx.
I'm Cole. I play Demas Andreas.
I am Robin, and I play Kaida Deanira. You can find me at Trippy Thistle on TikTok and Instagram.
I'm Deontay, and I play Ren Core.
I'm Violet. I play Zizi Mohias, and you can find me right here Tuesday nights on Roll for Trauma.
All right, players, why don't you guys give me a recap of what happened in episode 1? We'll start with the Mars.
Okay. So, we made it to the Nexus. There's something significant about these red balls. There's a kid, I think we agreed on, we're calling it Halo, that apparently is the key to surviving, like, this whole situation. And I believe we're in Kaida's homeland.
Demas?
Yeah, so we did find the little girl, Halo, that we decided to call Halo. She is the vessel. We are trying to piece her back together to save the world. We decided that Ren is the slipperiest of little gnomes. He's also the angriest of gnomes. We did try to stop him from killing Zizi. He just decided not to kill Zizi. He's very slippery. We are following the child, and the child is currently with Kaida.
Kaida.
We all arrived in the Nexus and found ourselves in the tavern, and after a little bit of conflict, we eventually got on our way with the child brought to us by someone that I think everybody knows as Mr. Shadowy Fingers. And we eventually walked through a door together.
Zizi? Oh, sorry.
To the Silvian Woods. I'm done.
Zizi?
Yeah, pretty much we got introduced to our party members. Had all the clash and conflict of that. Super fun. Let's see. Amaris went to a magic shop and found her tattooed familiars. It was really cool. And then there were some epic spiritual doorways that we had to choose from. If we chose the wrong one, we'd probably die. And yeah, now we are going into a mystical world, and we've just been ambushed, I believe, by an individual.
Ren, did they miss anything? Because I know you got that photographic memory.
So the child that we deemed Halo, like I said, is a vessel. For some reason, instantly connected with Ren. Doesn't really say much, doesn't respond too much, but there are certain things that, based on certain phrases or things that we're asking Halo, she'll respond. The doorways aren't leading into like past lives or anything, but leading into just where we came from in the present time, and we're supposed to go in and adjust what or see what's happened within the time frame that we've been gone and try to figure out what we can each do within our own to fix it so that we can piece Halo back together. And everything seems peaceful when we go into Kaida's door. Halo does hold Kaida's hand after that, and we're currently being towered over by some people.
I think that just about covers it. We do have a couple of roles that we're going to do because we did have 2 subscribers last game. I did not forget. So those things will definitely be happening shortly after the introduction into this one. Feel free to donate if you want to. It's not necessary. You do not have to. Do not feel obligated. But if you feel like helping out, crazy things happen whenever you roll that dice. Players, are you ready?
Let's do
I am
this.
Captain.
Oh, that's a 3rd roll. Thank you, Stone Bear Gaming, for subscribing. And we gotta hydrate. Everyone hydrate. Kaida,
Jelly, just
amidst the Silvian Woods, your gang of merry friends here has just exited a door directly to the town, the outpost that you grew up in, called Kaida. And just as you were all prepared to set off and explore what has changed in the last 25 years from you, an Aasimar lands between you and the group and holds a dagger to your throat and says, "Hello, sister." And that is exactly where we left off. The Aasimar, for all the players, is the person that is on screen to my that way. I don't know what the orientation of your device is. But you can find NPCs there.
Kaida's first response would be just to tear up. Elora. Of course I'm alive.
Figures.
Can't kill me.
She takes the knife and she sheaths it and looks at you with so much menace in her eyes. So then where have you been?
Well, it may be better to speak of that in private, if possible.
She looks around and goes, "I don't see anyone else except for your friends." Guessing you've been with this group of things, and says that directly to Demas.
yeah, Demas physically recoiled as soon as he realized that this was absolutely an Aasimar.
Hey, Demas, do you know who that is?
I know what it is.
I'm gonna lean over to ZZ. Listen, this is what we call conflict amongst people that can't get along with each other. I suggest the best thing we do is stay out of it.
But why? Have they met?
No, it's kind of like
Is it a family feud?
a little worse than a family feud because they aren't family. It's kind of like if you introduce fire and water together, and obviously they don't mix well.
They seem very entertaining, sis.
I met them yesterday. I am not with them by choice. I am with them by obligation to the creature that brought me back to life.
I don't know if we should go into a lot of detail about why we're all together.
Alora shoots you a look, Amaris, and goes, "You have secrets to keep?"
We all have secrets to keep, and I don't trust you.
There are no secrets left in this world.
I am not trying to tell your secrets, Amaris. I am simply speaking my story to my sister, who I have not seen in. And she'll blink for a moment, as if she can't remember the last time that she saw her.
Alora kind of like squints watching and goes, Fine. So be it. If there are things you cannot tell, regardless, you've come at a very inopportune time.
If there's danger, let me help.
No. Well, it's the outpost. I'm sure you remember what living here was like.
All I wanted to do was become strong enough so I could come back,
And do what?
protect everyone.
You're a little too late for that. I'm afraid that fell on my shoulders.
Well then, I can share the burden with you. You don't have to carry it alone.
I don't want you to share the burden with me. I've done fine without any of you.
Then will you at least help fill some gaps in my memory?
Not here. And not today. We have a
Do you
ceremony
promise?
to attend. She begins walking up one of the small hills that heads into the city.
Kaida begins walking with her, and she reaches down to Halo. And does Halo allow Kaida to pick them up?
Yes. Halo, the child, for those who don't know, we definitely named it Halo, is rather ragdoll-y. Like, not her head. She can hold her own head up, but there's no resistance to you picking her up.
Kaida hooks them under her arm as she begins kind of sprinting after to try to keep up, hoisting her skirts up so she doesn't run them through the mud as they enter into the outpost. And she'll turn back to everyone else. Are you guys coming or not? It's better to be within the walls anyway.
I'm following closely.
Well, I personally don't have anywhere else to be. She's gonna follow after Kaida.
Demas looks him up and down.
Demas. But we had the process of no, you go first.
Okay. Demas looks Kaida up and down and goes, well, this explains some things, but I don't suppose I have a choice but to come with you.
I'm gonna kind of grab Demas' hand before he walks forward. Hey.
Yes?
I can see a bloodlust or a hatred in your eye. Try to keep it together, yeah? And then kind of walk forward past him.
Explains what? I'm not like my sister. I'm just an elf. Can I make a deception
Likely
check,
story.
DM, please?
Yes, you
I'll
can.
roll
Go
a
ahead and,
perception check.
Can I roll a perception check?
I'm within earshot of this.
hold on.
Can we all
Hold
roll
on.
perception? Hold on.
Kaida called the deception first. You can all roll against that deception to see if you're convinced or not.
Julio.
ZZ
You have to roll
absolutely
insight.
believes it.
Amaris, Demas, Ren will roll insight.
Okay.
That is 15 for you guys to beat.
22 on an insight.
17 on an insight.
I got 8.
So Demas is definitely all right, you're an elf. But Amaris and Ren, you don't know what Kaida is, but you're definitely this is a lie. What are you going to respond with that?
We'll look at Amaris and just...
Mm-hmm. We'll talk later.
Deontay, your mic is a bit quiet.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better, yeah. Okay, so you guys are heading into the town. Once you get through the gates of the outpost, you recognize immediately that it's mostly comprised of wooden logs that have been tethered together. There is a watchtower that is constructed of the same type of wood, and all the houses inside are rather one-story. It's not an upkept area, and it looks like it's been ravaged through with war and kind of rebuilt. So some spots look a lot older, some look a lot newer. You're seeing bits of metal pieces that are attached to things just to kind of shield it. Things that this might have been a shield at one point, but maybe it was flattened and turned into something else and repurposed. The town has been very heavily weathered and damaged over the last 25 years. Regardless, there are still people, there are still children. It would seem lively given the amount of people and children that are still present. But today, everyone is dressed in black garb, and they look very sad.
Is it a funeral?
Well, Kaida, do all of your people dress this way all the time?
Oh, well, some of us do enjoy color. And she'll look to Elora. It has been too long. What is
So
being
you
celebrated
didn't
today?
come here today.
I walked through a door. I came back to life yesterday.
I'm not
I
going
came
to get
straight
into
back
the
here.
depths of that right now. We're going to bury Mom.
Do you need a hug, Kaida?
No. I'd
There's a
like to
house
help
up and
bury
to the
my
left.
mother.
You can take your companions and get comfy. I'll come find you when it's time. Cujo plays games. Thank you for following.
She will
Vicious
look
X-ray.
to-
Living dead boy. Okay, sorry. Please continue.
she'll look to Elora and nod, and start leading the way to the hut. But as they get closer, I would like to try to slip away.
If you're leading everyone to the hut, you're gonna have to roll real high stealth because they're following you. It might be better to try that when you're inside, but if you want to try it now, go for it.
More slip away in the sense of like any locals who are trying to keep an eye on me. Any of the rest of them want to follow? She'll turn to the rest of them. I will not sit in a hut while my mother is buried. If you would like to stay there with Halo, or if Halo should come, then I'm not going in there. If you would like to come with me, you're welcome to.
Well, from what I remember of funerals, the death of my comrades, friend, is more of a celebration. We should celebrate the life of your mother, and we would very much, well, I would very much like to go with you.
I wasn't going to allow you to go alone either.
This is a
We've all
pain no
been-
person should bear alone.
We've all been gone for a very long time. There is a good chance that what we go back to will not be there. What we remember will not be the same.
Ren's gonna just kind of look at Kaida and
And she'll nod her head in respect.
May I ask you a question, though?
Yes.
How much do you remember of where they hold funerals? And Ren, have you mapped out this place yet?
Kaida would remember that there is a mausoleum within the forest. It's not far between 3rd and 2nd District, where anyone that's ever helped run the town, it's not so much a like nobles as much as it is those who have stepped into that role of leadership, get buried there and kind of honored there.
So, do you know how to get there?
Obviously, I've lived here. And she'll actually, as they start slipping away, how difficult is it for them to kind of slip back out of town and in the direction of the mausoleum?
Not hard at all.
Okay. She'll pop Halo down and make like a little rope harness out of like the hempen rope that she has. That way she can
Okay.
carry the kid against her chest. as
okay.
they walk.
Okay.
Child leech.
Mind you, this kid is like 4 years old. So that's a lot of weight. I will have you roll disadvantage if you try to do combat stuff.
What about baby sling logic?
She could just follow you. She can just hold your hand and walk with you.
I'm so worried about the child getting hurt. Okay, there's all kind of in this woods, guys.
Okay,
Just
so
stay on
what
Mars. You know.
if I hold the other hand of its other hand? Would that make you feel better?
Okay. Yes.
Will Halo allow me to hold their hand?
Halo looks to you with the blank expression and just extends a hand.
Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're frolicking through town.
As Kaida's leading the way, she's like wiping at her face. She's like trying not to ugly cry.
You guys are making your way into the woods, away from the clearing. The town noises are getting a bit quieter. You can hear the rustling of leaves and wind kicking through the different trees and branches and bramble. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna roll a random d20. Don't pay any mind to it.
Oh Lord!
The
Don't
child.
pay any mind to it.
The
I'm gonna
child.
sip my wine.
Hang on a second. I gotta get my cheat sheet that I made.
No intangibility. No intangibility. No intangibility. No intangibility.
Not a celestial, not a celestial, not a celestial.
I don't want a hummingbird.
You don't fight the hummingbirds.
So,
Yeah, I know, because we're already dead.
So for no, you're not dead. So for the audience, essentially, whenever you subscribe or donate 500 bits, a d20 is rolled, which I'm going to roll right now. I have 3 to roll. So,
Hear it.
it will determine an outcome of 1 through 20, which I have written down on a chart. The only people who know what's on that 1 through 20 is moi, and I'm just gonna read off what happens. This is my lovely little dice cage. Well,
So
not dice
Matt,
cage,
he's
dice tower.
the only people. Like it's just the one person.
All right.
How dare you.
Look, Demas hasn't had good luck with these rolls.
Oh, your first roll is 8. Okay, let's see.
It
There's
was a
5 of
me
you.
roll.
It was a you roll. There's 5
Yeah,
of you.
because
So
remember I was rolling all 8 last round.
okay, so I'm just gonna give it to you
Ah,
Great.
damn! You shouldn't have said nothing.
for the
Damn,
next
Onyx.
60 seconds in game. Everything you touch will turn to gold.
Let go of the child. Let go of the fucking child.
Hold on. We are still paused. Keep the meta. I gotta roll 2 more times.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a 1. A unicorn appears in front of all of you. I'm gonna roll the last one, and then I'll explain everything that's happening.
We got another one.
That is a 7. Oh, okay. So I have to roll a 1 through 5 to see who this is going through, or going to. I rolled a 6.
Number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah, shit.
Rin.
I was just kidding. Come here.
You grow a long beard made of feathers that remain until you sneeze, at which points the feathers will explode from your face and will not do any damage.
Yeah.
So 1 through 10 are a bit more ridiculous in lore, and then 11 through 15 are a lot crazier. Or 11 through 20 are a lot crazier. Okay, so
Hey,
as you guys
we
are
have
going...
one more, don't we?
No, that was 3.
No, we just got 500 in the chat.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cujo.
All right, Cujo. One more time.
Cujo. I just want to see something crazy happen.
Well, I wrote an 11, so something crazy is going to happen.
Damn.
So does the feather beard just like explode out his face? And how big is it?
Hold on. Let me get there. Okay, I wrote an 11. For the next minute, any flammable object that any of you touch that isn't being worn will burst into flames. As you guys are walking into the woods, everything gets very eerily quiet.
Oh gosh.
I hate it here.
It almost as if magic surged through the area in the space it would take to take one step a series of unfortunate events all triggered off at once as you feel this strange surge of celestial energy surround you and then dissipate almost as quickly as it came. Seconds later, Ren has grown an entire beard of feathers, and the child's hand starts to turn gold.
I'm gonna drop the kid's hand.
There's a lot
as soon as I
happening
know
here.
it.
Ren,
The fuck?
Ren.
Wait,
Zizi's
is
gonna
Ren
poke
wrapped?
Ren on the shoulder.
As you're
I
poking Ren
think
on the
you-
shoulder, you can hear hooves, and a unicorn hops over a tree branch and lands 5 feet away from you all, looks to you all, and goes,
Is my staff gold?
Are you holding that staff?
I'm always holding my quarter staff.
Perfect. Odd or even?
Odd.
All right. If it's odd, it's gold. If it's even, it's burning. I rolled a 4. Your staff turns, like bursts into flames.
Drop that
Hey,
too. Okay.
You are not allowed to touch fucking anything.
I'm going to reach out to touch the unicorn.
What are you doing? Stop, 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 stop.
No, absolutely
kidding.
not.
Are
Absolutely
you
not.
kidding? Because you gotta, if you're making a meta joke, you gotta tell me or I gotta react appropriately.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Zizi's gonna keep poking Ren on the shoulder, and she's not taking her eyes off the unicorn. Ren,
Ma'am.
I think
Ma'am.
you've
you've reached maturity.
Can I?
Amaris, please don't touch the unicorn.
No, I'm gonna touch a piece of grass.
Amaris,
See?
don't touch
I
anything.
want to see what's gonna
Keep your-
happen.
I'm gonna
Please,
reach
please.
out to Halo and check on her hand. Little one, are you okay? And kind of examine, see if anything crazy, if it's spreading at least.
So you're touching Halo?
Yes.
Her hand catches on fire.
Oh my God! No, stop! I'm gonna
Keep
instantly
your
let
hands
go.
to yourself.
Nobody touch anything. Everybody put your hands up. Up.
We
Can I
are all
roll to see
sinners.
if I can put her fire out with my feather beard that I have now?
Halo's looking at the gold in the fire, and it's not burning her or hurting her in any way, shape, form, or fashion. She kind of closes her hand into a fist and then opens it, and it looks like her skin absorbs it all. Like it doesn't dissipate. It almost like rubbing in lotion. Just
It's magical.
the unicorn looks to you all and goes, "Well, I haven't got much time left, but I imagine you may have some questions. I suppose in the daunting seconds that are ticking by, as I continue to monologue, it would be frivolous of me not to allow...
No. Oh, shush.
Oh.
Hold on. We are looking to fill this child, who is apparently a void, with parts of herself, and something. We are looking for something in somebody's past. Do you know where we go?
It's supposed to save the world.
This world isn't meant to be saved. I hope this advice treats you well." And
No,
the
what's
unicorn
harming?
turns around and starts galloping away. As it does...
Wait!
What the fuck?
As it does, that burst of celestial energy around you all seems to subside.
We are all sinners, and we have all been cursed by the gods.
Which
I
gods?
still have a
I
beard.
don't know one of them.
What color are the feathers of this beard?
White and brown.
Okay. You know, for some reason I was.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, the beard will stay until you sneeze. Or fall
That's
asleep.
really.
Okay, so
I'm gonna pluck a single feather out of it. See what that does.
You successfully pluck a single feather out.
Can I analyze the feather to see if I can identify the bird or creature?
Right.
As a druid,
Oh,
you can
He
do
puts
that.
his
I guess-
hand on.
The end
He
of
was
the
puts his-
feather up your nose to make yourself sneeze.
I feel like that's a
Demas
bad
puts his
plan.
hand on his shoulder and he goes, "I don't recommend just plucking out your beard."
Mhm.
It hurts.
Can I
It
observe
doesn't
the
feel
feathers? I want to see if they're valuable. Okay.
The feathers?
Yes.
That's
I want
not
to
up
see
to
what.
me. That's up to Ren.
Ren, I'm not going to pluck it out, but can I just come closer and
I'm
analyze
going
the feathers?
to give you the feather that I already plucked out. Please don't touch me.
Okay.
All right.
I promise, little guy, I won't touch you unless, yes,
That
needed.
that was all very much
hey.
chaos.
Hey. Not too much of the little thing, okay?
Sorry. But you have a beard now.
Vivi, this isn't normal, okay? This isn't something that just happens. You don't just wake up and just randomly grow a beard, let alone out of feathers.
It's
Seriously,
okay. You
what
can
rock
admit
did
you just want to
live
be
under?
distinguished, like some of us who have aged a little more.
I would like to remind you all that you are also probably about 20 feet from this mausoleum. It's cut out of a, not a cave, one of those super trees that you can drive a car through.
Oh, like a
Yeah, the words
like the
escape me.
redwoods.
Yes, exactly. So imagine a super tree that you can drive a car through like a redwood, except twice as big.
Ooh.
And the entire trunk of it has been hollowed out to look like a cave entrance. You can see a statue of an angel at the front and different ruinous stone objects kind of lying around.
Kaida pop down on one knee and like check on Halo, like make eye contact, make sure they're still doing the dead stare ahead, take their hand again, and continue to lead the way into the mausoleum. She'll pop a hood of her cloak over her head.
Okay.
Zizi is touching everything on the way in, trying to make it turn to gold.
The gold effect has faded.
Yeah.
Demas and Amaris and Ren.
I'm looking at the feather. Don't specifically have knowledge nature. What would you like me to roll?
Could be an animal
Yeah, I was gonna say
handling or
animal handling.
survival check.
Or Arcana.
Yeah, it's up to him on what it is. I need to know the base stat to go off of the roll if it is a knowledge nature.
I would do animal handling because you haven't really tried to figure out if it is magical in nature, and it's not. I'm imagining you're not going to eat it, so you don't need to know its
15?
effects on its survival. 15. You know it's from
Yeah.
a hawk.
Okay.
Squaw.
Deontay, I want you to roll a percentage die, and the moment it gets over 50, don't tell us, just sneeze.
Over 50, you said?
Yeah, so just passively roll it, and when it hits over 50, just sneeze. What are you looking for inside, Kaida?
She is looking for where the procession has headed, and her goal is to kind of just slip into the crowd.
Gotcha. Inside, beyond the statue, there is a staircase that goes straight first, and then it winds down into an underground cavern. Within it, you can hear the shuffling of people's feet and noises.
She starts leading the way.
So
And she's
people
kind
really-
of like... Go ahead, Ren.
Oh, you go first.
No, you go.
So people really just devote their time, instead of being productive, to come and pray to statues and hope they get an answer? Never really
Yes.
understood that process with people as I'm like stroking my feathers. Yeah, I really don't like this feeling either.
Grows
It's not
on you.
about the statues. It's about the power in that belief and the power in the community that comes with it.
While they're having the discussion of religion, can I do can I listen to see if I can hear where the people are moving around?
If you guys are heading down that staircase, there's only one way in and one way out. So
Okay, then
yeah, the noise would be funneled to you.
Then I'll just continue walking past them while they have that conversation.
Zizi's gonna catch up to Kaida. So, do your people burn their dead or bury their dead
Bury them in the trees.
in the trees? Whatever for?
Because then our bodies become nutrients for the forest.
Mm.
And the
That why your
forest then
forest is
feeds
so
us.
big? Ew.
Where
Makes
are you
sense.
from?
Somewhere where we don't turn our forest into the product of our dead. Or maybe we do.
I mean, isn't all of the earth composed of bones and decaying things? The cycle
Zizi's
of life
gonna
is
like.
only natural.
Zizi's like looking at the ground, like all disgusted.
Kaida's like in her feels right now, okay? She's trying to come to terms with the fact her mom's dead.
While trying to explain religion.
And after losing her, she's
You
going
Oh.
through it.
So wait. If she's
You guys
just
coming?
died, isn't she
Yes,
going
we're
to come
coming.
back? Right, like we did, right? I mean, everyone does.
If the
I don't think
angels
that
will it.
applies for everybody. I
So
mean,
you guys
last time I
continue.
checked, I don't see Mr. Wispy Fingers, Mr. Shadowy Fingers around here.
As you guys continue walking in, you reach where the area has plateaued, and you can see a lot of people that are wearing more black garbs. They're kind of covered. They've got their hoods on, and they're all facing forward towards the center of this circular cavern. In the center is a plot that has been dug. Kaida's sister Alora and her mother. Her mother is standing up and is looking at Alora specifically, and she's just mumbling.
And as this very serious moment is going on, I let out the biggest, fattest sneeze in my entire career.
Everyone stops what they're doing and looks at you five.
Can I
Alo-
dip into like the shadows? Can I do like a
Go ahead and roll
dip
for
into
stealth.
the
Yeah, we'll see if
shadows?
you can blend in. Go ahead and roll for stealth. You got to roll high because everyone's looking at y'all.
Demas absolutely just freezes.
Unnatural
Prefers-
20?
Kaida also freezes like a deer in headlights, but she takes a step in front of Demas.
Thank you.
What did you say to roll?
What are you trying to do?
Dodge.
Dodge what?
Whatever.
He's trying to do the same thing I'm doing. We're trying to get out of the
just trying to
Trying
get
to
out of the
go
way?
back through the doorway. They're trying to run back.
Roll for stealth if you want to disappear from this chaos that's about to ensue.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, cool. You successfully Amara just slips into the crowd and casually just turns and is looking at the other four.
Wow, loyalties don't exist.
Zizi?
I got a 3.
Zizi attempts to do the same and kind of just bounces off one of the people and goes, oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Alora sighs and grabs her mom's arm and walks over to a different villager who grabs her and holds your mom. And Alora walks to the group. Everyone's kind of parting the way respectfully for Alora. And she gets up to the 4.5 of you because Amaris is in the crowd. And she goes, I thought I told you to go wait in the hut.
I would not miss the burial of my mother.
Oh, but you missed the last 4 deaths.
I was dead.
So are we to assume that her mom is oh shoot, I just lost the word. What's the word after the last death? Where they've got the smoke coming off of
She's
them.
hollowed.
Hollowed?
Hollowed, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
She goes, I don't believe you. Everyone came back 25 years ago, but you didn't come back here. I hope you know over 25 years ago, we came back for you. You were gone.
What at me?
Hmm.
I can't even talk about it.
Of course not.
Hey, it was not
here,
her
not
fault.
I
in
wasn't
front of
asking
everyone.
you, Lizard Breath.
Hey, don't
Hey.
talk to her like that.
Yeah, what he said.
Regardless of how you feel and whatever personal issues you have with your sister, that's totally fine, but she's still a person. You should talk to her like she's not just some disgusting, vile thing that you're so sick to look at.
You have
She
feathers
has
in your
feelings
hair.
too.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking to whatever you are. And for the record, this is a funeral service, and you four are the intruders. So I will speak to you
Be
however
that-
I deem fit. Now, if you will
be
excuse
that-
me,
as it may, ma'am. And I'm gonna kind of crawl up on top of ZZ so I can get on top of her shoulder so I can be at eye level with this lady.
you're actually taller than her now.
I'm actually okay, so I can actually look down. Yes, love that. She is still your sister. Like she said, we all just came back yesterday by a magical force that none of us really understand. So yes, it sucks that she wasn't around when you wanted her to be there. But quite frankly, I would think I'd be a little more excited that my sister came back. So, as someone who really values family, I would take into consideration how important it is to actually see her standing in front of you again. Really take a moment to think about that. And I'm going to climb back down. I'm so sorry, Zizi, and I'm going to kind of jump back up and try to dust off one of her shoulders.
No, that
As
is
he's
quite all right.
getting in her face, can kind of slip off into the crowd.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Kaida!
No.
No,
You're
it's
covered
fine.
for me.
It's fine. It's fine.
That is, I can count 22.
You
Ooh,
successfully slip off into the crowd.
With
Alora is
Halo.
kind of with Halo, no problem. Alora is eyes locked on Ren, and it's just like, obviously you haven't had to deal with the trials and tribulations of this war. You know nothing, and it's apparent.
Smooth,
So
Kaida.
maybe I will believe that you just came back. Congratulations on being born yesterday, all three of you. Where did she go?
And
Where did
Kaida is slipping towards the front, towards her mother,
Okay.
and just falls
Oh.
to her knees.
You
kind of
successfully
picking up
make
on what
it
she's
to your
doing.
mom.
Picking up on what she was doing, I'm going to kind of try and hold her attention still. Hey, listen. Look, like I said, you probably hurt her
She's
feelings.
not
I mean, quite
falling for it
frankly,
at all. She's not even listening to what you're saying. She's scanning the audience and pointing at different people around and telling them to surround you. All of you.
Trying to do a reaction
You're trying to do
to
a
when
reaction?
Kaida got there.
Okay, go ahead, Amaris.
Okay, did Kaida roll in the direction, like, towards me, like, when they slipped into the crowd?
Kaida.
She would be heading straight towards the front. Did Amaris go towards the front or like into the back?
It wasn't specified where I landed,
Okay.
so that's why I was
So
asking.
yeah, we could pass by each other.
Okay,
Definitely.
I'm going to grab the child's hand, and as you're passing, I'm going to say, I'll hold on to Halo. This is between you and your mother.
Okay,
Said
that's
hold
fine.
back.
So Halo was passed off.
Yes.
Alora has
Under
slipped into the crowd as well. Go ahead, Demas.
Yeah, under his breath, Demas just goes, I can see the holier than thou attitude hasn't changed much.
Demas, you good, bro?
I'm good.
All right, so you get to your mom, and you can see that it's not just a smoke that's coming off of her, but her very skin cells and hairs and follicles are turning to dust and peering off.
This is what happens. And she'll look up at her and take like 2 steps towards her out of the crowd before falling down to her knees. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't make it back in time. I was trying. I was fighting so hard.
She doesn't
Should've
say
been here.
anything. She doesn't even blink. Her eyes are just wide open. She's mumbling something under her breath. It's not tongues like those afflicted with the fervor. She's got no white marks on her skin. She's just almost in this zombified state. She's lost all memory, purpose, ambition, and heart.
I love you. Thank you for giving me the childhood that we had. And for raising me to be the person that I am, even though I was gone for so long. I am sorry for disturbing your funeral, Mother. I will live the rest of this life for you and to honor you. And she'll stand up shakily.
As you stand up, you recognize that Alora is standing beside you. She's a bit teary-eyed, but she doesn't say anything to you. She walks over to your mother and slightly pushes her back and then picks her up. She sprouts her wings and she jumps into the plot and puts her down in the plot and jumps back out. Two men step forward and they've still got their hoods on and everything, not important NPCs. They move their hands in some mystical way and you can feel a car driving by. The entirety of I was just like, all right, that's loud. The entirety of the ground is shaking. Dirt starts to pour in and then roots start to entangle, and it does this layer after layer.
ZZ is going to see. Can ZZ see this from where she's at?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Demas, ZZ, and Ren cannot see this. There's too many people, and you are all still being guarded. Amaris can likely see this happening, and so can Halo, who is just staring blankly. Alora looks to you, Kaida, and goes, "You should say something to Brother and Dad, too."
Where are they?
She walks away.
I just got
I'm
you.
gonna
You can't-
pick up
I don't know how
Halo
much it changed.
and cuddle Halo. Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Kind of just gonna start following her. I'm just gonna like look around and try to glance around for everyone else. Just like, you guys coming? Gotta keep up. She's like trying to keep an eye on Alora through the cheers.
Alora walks up to this pedestal. It's kind of carved into the dirt, and addresses everyone. She goes, "I know times have been difficult. Life is not the way that it was. Too many of us have lost too many loved ones in our own minds. I'm thankful to each and every one of you who has shown up today in remembrance of what my mother did for the last 25 years to protect us. How our father and brother fought. Times have changed. Thank you for respecting my leadership. But I see that we have no further future here. In the next 3 days, we will vacate these areas so that we can live and prosper and one day return here. But the evils that threaten this world, they are beyond us, and I cannot lose another family member. Thank you all." She steps down. She walks past you, Kaida. She walks past Alora, and not Alora, Amaris and Halo. She walks towards the group of ZZ Demas and Ren and looks to one of the guards and goes, "Lock them up." And then she heads up the stairs.
Absolutely not. Kaida's going to like start making her way through the crowd and protesting against the guards, doing anything to them.
Lots of people are now moving around as the proceedings are over. It's going to be difficult for you to get to the group, but the same chaos has kind of pushed the people that are guarding the group. What does everyone want to do?
ZZ is going to attempt to slip away quickly by jumping over everybody.
Slip away to where?
Run under.
What are you guys slipping away to? Remember, there's only one way in and out of this cavern.
Towards the door.
Everyone is going towards that door up to the winding staircase. So you wouldn't actually be slipping away. You kind of just be following suit, but you can roll stealth if you want to blend in with them and exit with them.
That. It shouldn't be hard for me because I'm a tiny man.
Oh, you can say it, but we can't.
Yes,
I'm gonna
say it, but you can't.
pick up the little one as people start moving, or well, actually, I picked up the little one when it looked like Kaida got the news that they got, and I'm just kind of watching the group.
As you go to pick up the little one, Halo fights again, pushes against your chest. You can roll a strength saving throw to see if you can hold her there, if you like.
Can
All right,
Kaida
fine.
walk?
I'll drop her down, or like I'll set her down.
Okay.
The two of them as she's like making her way out.
Walk towards the two of who?
Amaris and Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Hope.
I'm kind of checking on Demas in this situation only because I know the bloodlust that Demas had in general for her sister, so I'm just making sure that he's not gonna like do something crazy.
Yeah. See, this is gonna be really hard for him to slip away. Because he's gonna stick out like a sore fucking thumb.
Don't do it.
Can you
It's a bad
fit in
idea.
my backpack?
Demas.
Oh, no, never mind. That's Ren. That's Ren. Ren can fit in my backpack.
I'm upset.
That was out of game. I'm not near you guys.
Hey.
You can't hear the
Okay.
opera.
Demas has like a bit of a panicked look in his eyes, but also is not going to cause a scene that is going to harm anybody, and this is a very crowded space.
So he's kind of just standing by.
He knows he can't slip away. He knows. He's smart enough to know that.
Okay. The room is beginning to clear out. Zizi and Ren, you successfully have slipped into the crowd, and that was just still your intention, right?
It was not mine.
Oh, what was yours?
I was going to, but my stealth is not great. Are there guards coming towards Halo and Kaida and Amaris?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cece's gonna draw her scimitars. And she's like twirling them around, and she's like, "My little gnome friend cannot go back to jail."
He was never in jail to begin with.
Please don't hurt anyone, please.
One of the guards looks to you and goes, "At a funeral, you will not just come quietly?"
Demas places a hand on Zizi's shoulder. This isn't the time. There are too many innocent lives.
I'm gonna can I roll to see if I was able to kind of like stealthily crawl on this man's back while they're having this conversation about being at a funeral?
Do you want to crawl on the guard's back?
Yes.
You're gonna need to. God damn it! I'm forgetting everything I know about D&D. What are you rolling? While I go look up what you should be rolling.
Rolling to see if during this whole conversation while ZZ's twirling her scimitars and Demas is like, "Yo, bro, let's not do it," I can kind of like sneak up onto this man's back. Kind of like the same stunt I somewhat pulled when I tried to kill ZZ in the beginning.
Like, maybe acrobatic?
So you can't do this stealthily.
Oh, I'm not trying to do it
Because
stealthily.
you keep saying sneak up. And that part's
Oh,
throwing
my
me
bad.
off.
Yeah, no, my bad. I'm trying to see if I can just mount myself on
Okay,
this man.
then acrobatics.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay, okay.
lean over to Kaida and say, you may want to take the little one's hand. It doesn't want me to hold it. And what should we do about that?
She will take Halo's hand and then raise hers above the crowd.
Halo pulls her
And-
hand out of yours.
She looks down,
I got an
sighs,
18.
looks at the other two. Please, just let us leave. We're not going to be of any trouble.
Right after you say that, you see Ren just full on jump onto one of the guards' backs. We're not going to be in any trouble.
Drop it!
He's still got his hand on ZZ, and he's just like, son of a...
Look, I'm not gonna do what you guys think I'm gonna do, okay?
We don't know that! What we know is you like to put a knife to people's throats.
So what is Ren going to do?
So I'm gonna jump up on this guy successfully while he's having this conversation, like, seriously, at a funeral? And then as I land on this man's shoulders, I'm in his ear, I'm like, seriously, at a funeral? You would really do this after this girl's mother just died, and you want to go ahead and arrest us? I think there's a time and place for everything, right? Plus, as you can see how quickly I got up here, I'm pretty good at what I do. This isn't a threat, this is just a fact.
Listen, I'm not
And I'm
going
gonna
to
kind of like
disobey
look
Alora.
around him and just,
He goes, I'm not going to disobey Alora.
and we're not going to either. You know, let's just do this calmly, right? And I turn back and look at ZZ. Put scimitars away, please.
Gonna roll her eyes extremely dramatically.
Now,
At this point,
How
the
quietly
majority of
can
the
I
hall
say
has cleared out.
children?
How quietly can you what?
How quietly can I say the word children so that ZZ doesn't hear me, but Ren does?
I don't know.
what are you trying to tell me? I got some strong ear.
May.
Kids.
What up, Kaida?
Kaida's gonna start walking up, and she's gonna raise her hand, and she's gonna kind of motion, friend, get down. And I'd like to cast command at 2nd level
On who?
Duck.
Right.
for them to.
I'm gonna see her start to raise her hand right before she rolls this, and I'm gonna just heed her word for once. I'm gonna kind of like squint at her, but then kind of just politely jump off his shoulders and take little strolls back over towards Demas and ZZ.
She says, "Stand down." And it is a. Just reading it real
Are you
quick.
saying this to the guards or to the party?
To the guards,
Okay.
and it is a wisdom saving throw.
What's the number to beat?
14.
They didn't beat it. The guards look at you and they kind of hesitate, but they accept the order and they take a step back from everyone.
Kind of very quickly, like eye motion. She's like, "Go, get." Just go. And she waits for everyone to start getting up the stairs before she starts speed walking after them.
Remind me where the child is? Who has it?
Won't. Well, Demas, will you try with Halo? Halo doesn't
Demas
want me or
absolutely
Kaida
reaches for Halo and tries to take her.
Halo takes a step back out of your reach.
I'm gonna reach over for Halo.
Takes a step back out of your reach.
Damn, ZZ, get her!
Well, she's
I
not
think
going
we're
to want
supposed to
me.
stay
Why
here.
would she want
ZZ,
me?
just
You don't
try
wanna
it, please.
I don't think we're supposed to leave.
ZZ's going to crouch down and get on Halo's level. Okay, well, where are we supposed to go?
Halo looks down.
Kaida, is there something below this chamber?
Guys. Where did they just put our mother?
We don't know. We couldn't see that far.
That's what I'm asking. Kaida,
In
where did they just
the
put your
ground.
mother?
In the ground. Where else
Is there
do they
something in the ground?
Is it my brother and my father? They in the tree too.
Halo looks at you but doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna look at Halo. You don't suggest we go digging up these old plots for these dead people, do you?
One of the guards kind of snaps out of the command and goes,
Oh God!
I'll grab the child, and snatches Halo up.
And you
I'm
said
gonna-
that most of the crowd has cleared out.
Most of the crowd is cleared out. Halo doesn't resist.
Come in, Halo.
Okay,
I think we have to
where
follow
are
it.
you?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Demas
Fine.
raises his hands. We'll come with you.
We're gonna take a break.
Perfect timing.
Let's switch to that intermission screen because this shit's getting wild. We just started. We just got here. Oh Lord. Whew. Okay, players, I'm going to mute you guys. Deontay's going to take over and do all the talkie. So players, feel free to talk amongst yourselves while we're on intermission. Don't say too much. Don't say too much. Save it for after. All right. Go ahead and talk to the people.
Greetings and salutations, humans. Welcome to our second session of therapy. It is Ren, your therapist, the worst therapist to have. So we're going to start off like we did last time. Everybody take a deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, so as you can see, there are a lot of things going on. And, you know, sometimes we feel like the world is kind of like doing a lot of stuff and there's just a lot happening. It feels like you're inside of a funeral with a bunch of people trying to figure out, are we going to get captured or not? And what I like to do in those situations is just think about all the no, I'm just kidding. They're like, where is this going? No, but seriously, how's everybody doing? How are you guys feeling about it so far? Episode 2, what's going on? Who are we projecting is going to die first? Who's gonna die first? Who's gonna kick the bucket first? I would like to know. Put your bets in the chat right now. So invested. We love to see that. We love to see it. So yeah. Wow. What is going on back there? What is going on back there? Should I be concerned? Jesus Christ. Jilly, dang. No, okay, so we got one for ZZ, one for Ren. Totally understandable. I can see that happening. You guys are funny. So in this situation, if you were Ren, would you have murdered that man? Yes or no? Just very curious, because I'm wondering. It wasn't a threat. It was him just... It was him, you know, letting him know what happened. Letting him know the possibilities. He was giving him the fuck around and find out options. And... Vessel hot potato, Jesus Christ. Crazy. But not for me. But honestly, guys, it's only episode 2, and this is pretty fucking hype already. We're super into it. Super excited. Is it a threat? Or is it a guaranteed promise? Just like, I promise I'm going to get some sleep after this. It's a guaranteed promise. It's not a threat. Right, if you guys hear the popcorn in the background, you know the second half of this is about to get absolutely crazy. It's super duper crazy, guys. This gives everybody a moment to fill up on their liquids and stuff, grab a little snack if you need to, take a potty break, all the good things. Have our little therapy session. Repeat after me. Everything's okay. I'm okay. You're okay. We're okay. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, 'cause we're all dudes. Hey. Not crying and throwing up. Oh my god. Everything's fine. Quang, quang, squeaming and quang, quang and squeaming. Just a few more minutes, folks. We're gonna hop back in pretty soon. You I don't even know how to respond to that. You're on timeout. You're on timeout for 37.32 seconds. I'm not doing this with you. I refuse. It is not the same concept. It's exactly the same concept, but it's not the same concept. Jilly, do not stop this. We cannot, will not, and shall not. You guys can't see it. You can't see what's going on right now, but the party members right now off screen, we are all just reacting to this chat, and it's like, Jesus. Is that a challenge? Is that a I'm just kidding. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you guys, this is about to get super-duper wild. Here's to, fingers crossed, to roll for initiative. We haven't even had the first official fight yet of the campaign. Jesus, it's exciting. Oh, I hear him coming back over. With that being said, make sure that you take notes. Grab a lollipop on the way out of the door. We'll see you for the next therapy session. Love you. Bye.
Oh, all right. Let me switch the mic back over. Hey, listen, nice. Thank you for the raid. All right. Let me see. Mute that. Okay, we are just about to be back. I'm checking to make sure all the players are back and ready. Players, are you ready? I've got a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, a look, a shrug of the shoulders, 3 thumbs up. Okay, that'll work. All right, we are live again. Obligatory popcorn, because it always gets good in the second half.
I need to get some popcorn.
I feel like popcorn helps me think. All right, so you guys are being escorted outside. You guys successfully make it outside, out of the tree, still in the forest, just on the other side of the angel statue in the entrance to this mausoleum. One of the guards comes over with a rope and begins tying all of your hands.
Tying me up, and you are not tying up my friends.
You know I don't have a choice.
You can allow us to walk out and go.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
You're right. I want to do that.
The child is coming with us, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen.
And she's gonna hold out her wrist.
Okay.
Yeah, Demas just lets them do it. Like, if the kid's cooperative, he's here for it.
The guard looks to you, Kaida, and goes, I'm sure Allura means you no harm, but we cannot have you just go as you see fit.
I'm gonna kind of give Kaida the look like, is it okay to kill them? Like, without speaking, it's just giving her that look like, can I kill
She'll
them?
very slowly shake her head. And she'll look to the guards. There's no need to bind our hands.
There is. We gave you sanctuary and you refused it, and you interrupted a ceremony you were not invited to.
It was an accident. I had a beard full of feathers. It's not her fault.
What is that allergy?
The circumstances are irrelevant. Understand that your actions have consequences, and this is those. Be thankful you are alive.
In his head, Demas is like, I don't think
She'll
that's
cross
the
her
question.
arms and she'll fall. She does not.
You're not going to let them tie your hands?
No.
Okay. Time to start rolling.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
On our way up there, am I able to slip a dagger into my hand? Like, kind of up my sleeve?
And she's just.
While we're, like, walking up the stairs. Was the guard behind us or in
I
front of us?
can't let you do that only because right now you know that you're being tied up, so you're making a retroactive change. I can't say that you are slipping
Okay.
it up for a different reason beforehand.
While he's distracted, can I attempt to?
You can definitely roll to do that without being seen. Try to roll for a sleight of hand to see if you can slip it in to a secure spot to cut yourself loose without being noticed.
And essentially what Kaida's doing is she's just doing the thing where she crosses her arms and she sticks her hands in her armpits and she's just being a shit about being tied up. Like, she's just like,
Okay.
no.
Amaris, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 4, but I got a total of 7.
You go to do it and you're just making too much noise, and one of the guards looks at you and walks over and takes the dagger and goes, "Seriously? We just said no harm." And throws it at one of the
I'm going to
logs.
harm you. I was just not going to be bound.
Bemis like takes a deep breath and closes his eyes like Jesus fucking Christ.
The main guard goes, "What is so complicated about this? You've all come here for some reason. I imagine it wasn't to interrupt a funeral. Why do you
Correct.
choose to resist at this point? I have no answers for you. I am following orders. Can you be inclined to do the same? I'd like to go home."
You can just tell me where to go. This was my home.
It was your home. I'll be honest with you. I only know you in name. I didn't grow up with you. You've been gone.
You think I don't know that I've been gone?
Then know that you carry no status anymore.
You know, I think some time alone would be good for us, no? Wouldn't you say, Ada?
Sure.
Well, carry on.
She is like fighting her. You can look at her face and she's fighting herself to like not like just absolute lose it on these guards right now. She is like going through it already.
The guard holds the rope towards your hands again and kind of looks at you like a look of sternness, but also a look of pleading, like, just let me do my job.
It'll be all right,
I'm
Kaida.
I am going to strangle my sister for this. Not lethally, but respectfully.
As you say that,
I get excited when she says lethally, then I hear respectfully. I'm like, oh.
as you say that, a voice from behind some trees goes, "I don't think that'll be necessary, actually." Kaida, you would recognize this voice as the blacksmith's son. I would like you to describe what he looks like.
Okay. So Kavir Bloodaxe is like maybe 4 foot tall, and he has like big burly auburn hair and beard, with like braids and beads tied into it. He wears what you would typically see a commoner from these areas wearing, like some kind of tunic shirt and a blacksmith apron, but he has like shoulder pauldrons that he would have made himself, as well as a tool belt and a fancy kilt.
He looks over at the guards, and he goes, "I think I'll take it from here. Listen, everyone's been through a lot today, all right? If Alora has an issue with it, it's on me. And if she raises a fit, tell her I'm not making any more weapons, all right? Can we agree?" 2 of the 3 guards just walk away. They're just like, "You know what? I don't get paid enough." The 3rd one, still looking at you, Kaida, and goes, "If this comes back to us in a negative way, I will not hesitate to kill each and every one of you. As many times as it takes to find you buried.
Excuse me, may I please have my dagger back?
Feeling is mutual,
Your dagger
sir.
was thrown into a log.
Oh.
And he drops the rope right there and walks off. For the record, Halo is just standing amongst you all at this time as well. And Kavir looks over to Kaida and goes, so how's that for an entrance?
I walked through a door and I got tackled to the ground with a knife to my throat by a woman who I didn't even know what happened to her. And then I found out Mom's dead. And I don't know what's going on, and it's been 25 years and it's all really scary.
He goes, all right, you had a much better entrance than I did. Why don't we head back to my stead? Okay?
Yes, please.
These are friends of yours, I'm guessing? I'm
And
Kavir.
sure.
Hi.
These are my friends. I met them yesterday.
He
Where's
just like
the kid?
reaches out uncomfortably and like pats her head awkwardly. Like he's familiar with this pain, but he's still like not super comfortable physically with her.
Where's the child?
Amidst you all.
Okay.
He's just standing there. She doesn't do much.
Just look up at him.
He looks back and goes, what up, big man?
Zizi's going
I
to
love him.
extend her hand enthusiastically. I am Zizi Malhias.
Ren does not smile usually, but that put the biggest smile on his face.
He shakes Zizi's hand with a strong grip. And he's like, good to meet you.
And what are you?
Zizi, we can't
He's hot. That's what he
can't
is.
ask
What they
Sorry.
are.
people what they are.
Ren.
That's rude.
What?
Wow.
My
What
best
a
friend.
crowd.
Okay, your best friend's hot. Do you want me to lie to him?
I mean, at least take him to dinner first, Ren.
You didn't actually tell me what his race is.
He's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
He's hot, is what he
as much.
He's a dwarven Vander from Arcane, but if he was a blacksmith.
Perfect. Okay. He goes, all right, this way. And he starts to head towards the village.
And Kaida's will follow along. Was
Zizi-
Halo following along with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zizi's following right behind this guy. Is your
We are
beard
right
made
there.
of feathers too?
And he goes, and he kind of like strokes it a few times. Not the last time I checked, but I don't mind tying a feather in every once in a while.
I have a couple in case you need them, and I shuffle extra fast to catch up.
We have definitely found
I
Ren's
am
new love
just-
interest.
I am drinking the wine out of my water flask. Following behind.
Kaida will put her own little pouch and take a sip and put it back on her.
Demas leans.
Nope, Demon's freezes.
Hey, Ren, you want some wine?
Oh, hydrate
Not
check.
the drinking
For-
sort. We're not the drinking sort.
DZ?
Welcome back, Demas. We didn't hear a word you said.
Thanks, I figured it out. Demas leans towards Kaida and goes, just for my own edification, what is in your flask?
Probably holy water. Takes another drink of water skin.
And then, can I roll to see if I can take her water skin from her?
Kaida takes another sip from it and then like tucks it in her shirt. She's like, it's a cleric's secret.
Who are you trying to take that water skin from, Rin?
From Amaris.
Oh man, we about to fight. What do I gotta roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
We're-
sleight of
we're-
hand.
We're in town
Uh-huh.
where other people are.
Uh-huh.
Perfect, thanks.
Okay,
That's all I
question.
needed.
Is this, am I rolling the sleight of hand?
You'd have to roll against it, yeah. If you don't
Okay.
want him to take it.
15.
15. I got an 11 on the die plus 4.
We both got a 15?
Yeah.
Damn.
He takes it.
I take it.
Ah.
So I'm gonna.
It's like a
in that
struggle,
moment,
but then he takes it.
when she says that, I'm like, and I think you should probably start drinking holy water. And I can smell it. How do you drink this swill? This is disgusting. I'm gonna kind of like hand it back out of disgust. Seriously, water
I'll wait
is
till we
definitely an
get to where
option.
we go.
Kavir goes, it's just up ahead. You can see a little blacksmith's forge outside of a connected house. It's adjacent. He opens the door and kind of motions for you all to go in.
Kind of inside.
Yeah,
He's
Demas
gonna
follows in and
go ahead.
sorry, no, Demas just follows in and stands quietly to the side.
He's just gonna go in and is thoroughly inspecting everything inside there.
There's all sorts of armaments. Everything's got this layer of ash and soot, almost as if stuff has just been burning. Not in like the wildfire sense, but almost like you left the window open while you were forging all day for a year. Type of like burned into it. But it's not dirty. Everything's for the most part well kept. There's just the one bed for him. And he looks to each of you and he goes, all right, so what's the story? 25 years, war, craziness, and now you show up? Dylan, you know I can't do that during D&D.
So when I left, I was in the first district for a while, and I was balancing between two different sects of the church. And when I was found out, they sent me somewhere, and I died, and I don't remember. And I'm supposed to find out the memories, and everyone, I think, has something missing. I mean, that would make sense, and I think we all had to sacrifice something, and we're supposed to bring this child through the places of our past in the present and reconcile somehow, and you know, that was not always my most pious thing.
He goes, well, I can tell you've lost a lot of memory. Not sure how it happened, but I'm sorry to hear that. As far as I can tell, no one's ever been able to reclaim them. So I don't know what any of y'all plan to do. But what's the child got to do with all of this?
I'm going to just shoot Kaida a look and just say, remember, Sir Smoky Fingers?
Isn't he supposed to be our friend?
Yes, but he gave us a warning, and that's all I'm going to say as I crack my fucking flask again for my water skin.
Wait, did Ren give it back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He would never hurt a child, and if he did, I will. He knows I could. Well, I don't know.
Kavir goes,
She's
listen, I'm not hurting anyone.
important.
If we're honest, we don't quite understand completely.
Well, I hate to say it, but maybe your sister can help. I don't know how you're going to get through to her, though. She's been through a lot.
I can understand that.
Remember, has it? Everyone's packing up and heading somewhere else now.
Then I have 3 days to reconcile with her, at least.
If she wants to. You know what you're going to say?
She'll probably say no, but I can be very convincing.
Debatable.
Nah, I remember.
Ren, you're being nicer. I can say I'm convincing.
Demas just kind of snorts quietly in the corner.
Rolls my eyes at that comment. Okay.
Rita, you want some wine now?
I get the feeling that if you're going to go speak with your sister, it may be best that I don't come along.
Yeah, anybody with an intent
Or the
rating could have told you that.
Oh yeah, the conflict you were talking about. I much prefer conflict on the battlefield myself. This, whatever this is, between whatever you are and whatever you are, seems complicated.
Every time she says whatever instead of whoever, I just go, what?
He is a dwarf.
Wait.
I am an elf.
And
Just a
Zizi,
big-
you
Oh,
are
dude, I'm
so
doing it again.
innocent, it's hurtful.
Kavir looks and
I
goes,
believe we would be
uh,
referencing.
after you.
Never mind, go ahead.
Oh, you sure?
Mhm.
Kavir looks and goes, this scaly one has a point. Might not be in anyone's interest for y'all to stick around. This isn't a fight that you have to have. Just keep that in mind with whatever you're going to say. Obviously, you all have bigger things going on.
Can you at least tell me what my father and brother are?
I'm surprised she didn't. You were standing over them. Your brother and dad were the first to come back. They died here. They arrived here. We all thought it was a miracle. It was celebrations. And then vile, disgusting things attacked. The orcs, those same raiders, imbued with something straight out of hell. They came back over and over again. We've stood a collective ground. We've tried to protect our home. It's all we've known. But it didn't matter. No matter where we moved, how we moved, they were a step ahead. When your dad died, your brother took the mantle. When your sister and mom came home, they stayed. Your mother's healing saved so many lives. When your sister put down the herbs and picked up a sword and fought beside your brother. When he died, your mom was too old. She couldn't lead. So your sister took over. She had to make decisions amidst war. And here we are now.
I should have been here. I was so scared of the orcs following me back to the outpost, so I just fled to the first district. Thought they couldn't follow me there. I thought my mother and sister were there. They never arrived. If I had known everybody was gonna come back to life, I would have come back home.
Yeah. A lot of people haven't come back home. But understand, I don't think your sister ever gave up on you. I think she's mad. She might have thought you were dead too. And she doesn't know how to direct that anger. So if you're gonna talk to her, think about what she's had to go through. You might have been in an afterlife, but she's been saving the only life she's known.
She hasn't been killed at all.
To my knowledge, no. If she has, she hides it well. But she's a lot more distant than the young girl I remember. Anywho, I'm gonna leave y'all to your devices. I'm sure you know the town well enough to find your sister. She'll probably be on some watchtower looking over things. I gotta head out, pick up some new stuff. Y'all stay comfy, cozy.
Shall we try
Thank
for a
you.
hug?
Oh, he'll give you one. He pats you on the back and he goes, "Hey now. It'll be alright."
you like a brother.
And he's like, yeah.
Be safe.
He heads out.
So,
Um,
what do we do now? Your sister seemed like she did not want to talk to you or us or anyone.
It's
think
about
it
4
may
p.m.
be-
by the way. Excuse me.
I think it may be best if it was perhaps Amaris and I that went to speak with her. I'm sorry for her attitudes.
ZZ, will you watch my flask? Because I will habitually grab it at the wrong time and this could go badly.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to watch. She like grabs it and like jiggles it around.
The
Whatever
wine.
this is.
Water skin. It's
Pulls
gonna
out
be
her-
empty, I anticipate.
So you guys are heading out. Ren and Demas and ZZ, you guys are staying behind. It's about 4
Where does
p.m.
Halo go?
Halo was just standing there.
So she doesn't just
Kaida.
like inherently go with them.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Halo is not the party leader.
Well,
No.
but they have good insight. Kaida, maybe bounce the options off of Halo. Maybe they'll react on which way we should go about it?
Kaida will kneel down to Halo's level. Would you like to come with us to speak with my sister?
She doesn't
Or
move.
stay here with the others?
She doesn't move.
Personally, since this is your story, per se, I think the child should go with you. I mean, if she's trying to, we're trying to restore parts of what? This child's soul? Through your past? I still don't understand. I think she should go with you.
I
She's
don't
gonna-
understand it either.
She's gonna take a drink and like drip the last of Amaris's wine.
Oh, still, but no, you know what? I'll try to hit an in on the way back.
If it helps
Try-
in the
try to-
forest,
Although you had the last drop, so you pay for it.
if it helps in the forest, Halo did seem to be fairly indestructible.
Be best to first go back to where my mother and father and brother are buried.
Okay.
If I can complete my goodbyes, perhaps that is part of it.
Kaida, I know you love your sister, and I know you have to build trust with your sister. But Sir Smoky Fingers definitely warned us not to disclose the importance of Halo to anybody.
Okay, well, who wants to claim Halo as their personal child? Because they definitely can't pass as mine. They look nothing like me.
Who do
Say
they
she
look
was
the
a war
most-
orphan. There's plenty of war orphans, right?
Okay,
She's
so
a
there's
druid
shell
trainee.
shocked and
I've adopted before and I'll adopt again.
Oh, for goodness sakes, just take the child with you. And she's gonna
Alright.
like gently push Halo towards Kaida.
Halo moves over towards Kaida.
can I pick up Halo and or grab Halo's hand?
Yes. Whichever one you want to do.
I'm gonna pick them up and I'm gonna carry them with us.
We got a good story.
Okay.
We came back yesterday. Halo was standing in the middle of a battlefield, shocked, and hasn't been very reactive since. War orphan.
Can't talk. Found them in the Nexus and they won't leave us.
I won't speak.
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
No. They are an anomaly that has no birth record. So they would be an orphan, right?
Perfect.
Perfect.
By definition, yes. Glad we
you're
have our
going-
lies straight.
Yeah.
We're-
What's the
We're
plan?
going back to the mausoleum.
Who?
Onward.
I believe it's just Halo, Kaida, and Amaris.
Okay, perfect. All right, we'll split this into Two. So we'll have Ren, Demas, and ZZ first. As they depart and start heading towards the mausoleum and into the forest again, the sun continues to set. What are y'all doing inside of this cabin?
I'm going to roll for investigation and see if I can see any cool little like weapons that I can potentially bag for myself.
Go for it.
I'm a little goblin at heart.
No, you're a gnome.
You're not a goblin.
Kaida, we're not there. We can't be the moral compass.
He just watches him for a moment and goes, I don't know that stealing from the one person who's been kind to us would necessarily be in our best interest.
You said
I
18?
didn't say 15. I didn't say I'm gonna steal anything. I'm
And
just getting
ZZ?
curious.
ZC is looking at Demas up and down.
Yes?
Has your hair always been blue, or did it randomly do that like Ren's beard?
He kind of chuckles and he goes, no, it grows this way.
Did you have a beard when you were born?
No, it comes as you age.
While I'm like rifling through some stuff, I'm like ankles up in the air, deep inside of a chest, basically at this point. I'm like, ZZ, what rock did you grow under?
You find something exceptionally interesting in there. Amaris, Kaida, Halo, you three are heading into the forest. It's not a long walk to the mausoleum. You can actually see it from about 50 or so yards out as you guys are walking in.
Is anyone following us?
Perception check.
I don't know. I'm asking him.
I can't give you answers to questions like that.
I would
Okay.
like to make a perception check.
Okay, I would like to observe my surroundings to see if anybody is following us.
What role would you like to make?
A perception check?
Yes.
Okay. I got an 18 on the die, but a 24 total.
Perfect. There's creatures in the forest, always. Some more and some less curious than what you guys are doing, especially as the sun is continuing to set. You don't see anything looking in your direction or following you guys that would be bipedal or sentient enough to cause any real harm.
Okay. I'll just whisper over to Kaida. It appears nothing's following us, at least.
That is a relief. Make sure to keep your senses sharp when we are on our way back, though. It will be darker. Are you from these woods?
Yes, actually. Wait. Silvian Woods, right?
Yeah. Their district.
Yeah. Then yeah, I grew up somewhere around here at a druid sanctuary named Larkon.
Did you ever know a druid named Marielle?
The name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. She was from a local druid circle. It's okay. It's also been a long time, and I'm sure your memory might not be the best just from drinking, but I can relate. And she'll pull out her flask. You can like a sip from
Can
it.
I have a sip of that? I won't tell anybody what's in it. I promise. Cross my heart, hope to die.
She'll pass it over. It's gin.
I'm gonna take a sip and be like, best damn holy water I've ever tasted. And give it back.
It's something we learned in first district.
All right, we're gonna fast forward this because y'all are y'all just gonna get drunk in the woods. But you guys make it to the mausoleum.
There's a whole child with y'all while you get drunk.
Right, that's why I was like, you know what? Let's just keep going.
She's just taking sips. It's the common.
As you make it to the mausoleum, Halo pulls her hand out of your grasp and starts walking ahead of you.
try to keep
I-
pace with Halo.
I'm going to focus on our surroundings. So I'm gonna stay like a pace or two back. And I don't know how to say I'm focusing on the surroundings to make sure that nothing is going to attack them.
Okay. Well, no worries. As you recall, the cavern that's kind of cut out into the tree has a staircase that winds down into this underground cavern with that one way in and one way out. So no need to keep perception rolling. There's only one way in, one way out. You guys are making your way down, and Halo is speeding up slowly. She gets into the big room before you with the dirt ground where your mother was buried, and she stops at the foot of that grave plot.
Do you need to touch them or be closer to them, Halo?
Halo looks at you and doesn't say anything.
Can you blink once for yes? She says this kind of like a little sarcastically.
She is blinking, but not in correspondence to what you're saying.
Halo, will you direct us where you'd like Kaida to go?
There's no response.
I guess just where are the other bodies? Where would people of higher status be born under the tree? Or not born, buried under the tree?
Around the same location, I would think, right? Just within the room.
Yes. So, technically, this is more of a burial hole. Any given spot, you would be stepping over a corpse, and it's just buried deeper and deeper. But it's magical in nature, so.
Does this burial ground need to be cleansed, Halo?
No response. Well, you guys brainstorm on how to figure this out. Demas, Ren, Zizi.
All right.
What did I find inside of that chest?
You find a notebook that's just a little bit too big for a dwarf, and also a little bit too dirty, messed up, not well kept. And because you specifically are from the Eonics and are used to dealing with wild animals, you can distinctly identify the smell that is coming off of these to be the thing I just DM'd you.
Guys, I'm gonna kind of pull myself up. Help! And I start kicking my legs.
Demas runs over and like helps pull him out and like sees.
So I'm holding on to the book while Demas pulls me out.
Yeah, pulls him up right. What's that?
Thank you. It's not good news. I can tell you that for sure. If what
It doesn't smell good.
true, and if what Kaida said was true, based on the orcs, attacking the outposts and stuff, I don't think this guy that claims to be her like best friend is who he says he is. So I'm gonna put it on a table for us to all like gather around, and I'm gonna open the book and start to do some reading.
Looks like there's a bunch of different notes jotted down. Any of you guys speak Orc?
Let me look at my window. I don't. Oh, I might. Hold on.
Kaida?
Damn it, no.
How do you not? How do you not?
Wait, how does who not?
Demas.
Olive.
You
Because
even skipped that course in college.
no, Olive spoke common.
It's okay. All right, fine.
Touche.
He's not great at language. He's great at.
No, ZZ does
Other
not
things.
speak work.
Okay. So clearly none of us can really put this together. Maybe if we all kind of like...
Well, it's not fully written in Orc. It's a transcript going back and forth, like the notebook is passed, someone writes something in it, and then it's passed back. What song is playing? This is the wrong... It's the wrong energy.
Right, I was like,
Hey,
this
focus
is so
right.
hopeful.
I was like, why are we getting all hopeful?
I learned about orcs. This is great.
I'm like, that's not the direction we're going
We're
here.
about to go into like mass battle. Let's go.
So what can we pick up from the common parts that we can read?
No, that's just water. Oh, man. YouTube music, I swear.
That was not the wave. Hold on.
This will work. What you can pick up is whoever wrote Common in this book was giving specific orders and instructions on how, when, and where to attack the outpost.
We can recognize that the other language is orc,
Nope.
even though we can't read
Not
orc.
read, write, or anything orc. Although I believe one of you may have an ability for that.
Is it me? Jesus?
Is it me, Jesus?
Honestly.
Nope.
I-
I lied.
I-
Oh, wait, what do you have?
Oh.
I have Glyph secrets.
No, because that's Lilium.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't
That'll
think.
come and play later.
So this is what? Some kind of informant notebook? Like battle tactics?
Basically. Whoever
I
this
think this
was,
is subterfuge.
Yeah. She claims that this guy cares and he's her best friend and everything, and he's going around doing some backhanded
Hold on,
stuff
hold
like
on,
this.
hold on. We don't know if it's his. Maybe he just picked it up off of the battlefield or something.
Maybe.
This isn't something you leave behind on a battlefield.
So what? He was conspiring with the orcs? Like what? What is this?
Maybe this is the thing that we need to change. Maybe he's the reason why their outpost got attacked in the first place. She put too much trust in this guy, and he completely screwed her over. Maybe he even set her up. Who's to say he wasn't the one that got her killed?
We need to confirm this information. We cannot just...
He needs to kill the guy.
Demas, roll a percentage die.
Oh my god.
Go Demas.
It's 2 zeros. It's 2 zeros.
2 zeros? Oh, that's
Yeah.
100. Congrats.
That's 100.
That's
I don't
good.
know what that means
That's
for you, though.
good. It's good for
Okay.
you. It's
Okay.
very good for you. Very, very, very good for you. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
No worries. While you guys are figuring that out, Amaris, Kaida.
Okay, so I'm thinking our two options are we could either unbury the bodies of my family, which I am personally very against, or we need to burn down the tree in some kind of sort of redemption arc. But I'm also very against that, because then that could set off a forest fire, and I'm not really sure.
Okay, I don't necessarily think that burning down the tree is the best option. One, it would piss off your entire people.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily think unearthing the bodies is going to make the most sense.
Y'all can hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
I am going to snatch up the child.
I have another idea. And Kaida
Okay.
will begin, like, kind of going through the steps of one of her old prayer dances.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on myself. Basically just giving me a +10 to Dex.
Okay. Tell me more about this prayer dance.
So, traditionally with Saren Ray, there would be a dance to welcome the rising of the sun, but also with, like, the setting of the sun and the cycle of life. So she would do one that is supposed to imbue that setting of the sun, the passing on of life, and that morning.
Okay, so I will allow the dance, but the reason behind the dance is not information she would know. Because
Okay.
that aspect of information she lost.
As if she's going through the motions of what she's trying to remember.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
As you thank you, Onyx.
But that actually is for all three. I didn't realize that. It's masking you and your companions from detection for 1 hour.
Well, as each
Gives a
creature you
plus 10.
choose, do you want to choose others?
Yes, I will cast it on all three of us because I heard a noise and that would be my reaction.
Okay, no problem. And for Halo, kind of no choice. For you, Kaida, do you want to resist this?
I think Pass Without a Trace can, like, just stay on, but Kaida's just not trying to stealth. I believe you would have to roll a stealth roll to see if, like, you're blending in with the surroundings
Right.
with Pass Without a Trace.
Right,
Okay.
it gives you a plus 10 to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And essentially it works like kind of camouflage.
But it's not immediate
Yeah, but
camouflage. I get it, my bad. I misread it. So you still have to roll the Stealth of Mars in order to trigger it, but you have the
Okay.
bonus if you do roll that.
Okay. Yeah. It was more so to be in place if we needed it type
Gotcha.
deal
Yeah, I was
because I heard a
misreading.
noise. You know what I mean?
At the base of the staircase is Laura, and she doesn't say anything. She's watching Kaida.
Kaida finishes the last few steps of the dance as tears kind of just fall silently from her face and into the ground beneath her feet. She's kind of kicking up dust a little bit as she moves, and she comes to a stop facing towards the exit, towards her sister.
Laura hasn't broken down in tears, but they are kind of streaming down her face. She's glaring, but there's so much more sadness within it at the same time.
I'm sorry I
Go to her.
wasn't there when you needed me. She'll start taking steps forward. Family is always supposed to be there for each other. By some will, something, been able to find my way back. You're the only family I have left, Delora. Can't lose
What's
you
the
too.
child doing? Can I see the child? Like, is the child reacting to this interaction at all?
You're still holding the child. You picked up the child before you cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have to be touching them, so I didn't know if I was holding them or...
Do you want to be holding them or you want to be touching them?
Well, they fought me the last time, so I'd rather just be holding their hand.
Okay, perfect. They've slipped out of your hand and they are following kind of behind Kaida.
Okay.
Laura looks to you and she goes, like, you can see that the wall has kind of just torn down watching you dance. Even though she doesn't know that you don't remember the angel, she's just heartbroken. And she just, it was so hard without you. First dad, then mom, then brother.
Doesn't have to be hard anymore.
It does. It's not over. None of this is over. Can you not feel it? The connection to the angels is gone. Everything's gone. What is there to believe in? I believed in you and you weren't there.
Sacrificed my wings to get back to you.
She kind of stops crying and she kind of looks a bit shocked.
I would have given everything. I gave up things that I can't even remember. Just the motions. If I go through the motions, I can stay strong enough. do what I was brought back to do.
She wipes her face, and you can see not necessarily the walls going up, but more of the I have a responsibility attitude start to come back. And she goes, "You can't stay, can you?"
No, but I will find you when I am done. I swear. I will do what I was brought back to do, and I will come find you.
You have always had a way of doing things that was different. And I may not have always told you, but I've always admired you for it. I wish I had the strength to be free the way you are. To choose a path different and to know in your heart it is what you need. But I have people to protect. My responsibilities differ. But I won't close the door. Just right.
And she'll step forward and reach out to wrap her arms around her sister.
Her sister immediately moves in and like grabs her tight and starts crying on her shoulder.
Find peace in knowing that I will be safe, and I will find peace in knowing that you will be safe, because we are both strong enough to protect ourselves. And we are both strong enough to protect those that we care about. And that strength, the love of those around us, that determination, don't lose it.
I can't. Our angels may be gone, but I pray to you. As she says this, you both start glowing this really bright white light. And as it starts to fade away, Halo starts glowing the same light. And then it fades away. I'll let you guys pause, and Demas, Ren's easy.
Hold on a minute.
You got everybody fucked up right now.
Holy shit!
Everybody's sitting here crying. I'm just sitting there like.
All right,
Just
so
wait till
okay,
Kaida
what do y'all
comes back
do?
to read orc.
Okay,
Listen. We cannot just attack this man. We have no proof. We need to find him. If I can just get my hands on him, I bet we can tell him to tell the truth.
Demas, go ahead and roll another D100.
30,
30?
40.
40. Okay, perfect.
I'm so scared of you right now.
That's okay.
I'm scared of him too.
The way I see it, we can either seek him out ourselves, or we can go to the person that knows him the best.
Right after you say that, you feel like you're blacking out and falling backwards. And you fall on your ass. Shut your eyes real tight as you hit the back of your head. It's not a good feeling. Let me know when you decide to open your eyes.
Just Demas?
Just Demas.
Is this like a physical thing happening, or like a?
It physically happens to Demas.
Okay.
You two witness it happen.
Well,
As
I'm
he
gonna run to his side and check on him. Hey,
as he
old
hits
man.
the ground, he blinks several times, trying to clear his vision.
As you're clearing your vision, the sky darkens.
Demas?
Zizi and Ren are not there.
Hello?
You can hear footsteps running outside of the cabin.
He gets up and he heads outside in a absolute sheer panic.
The moment you open the door, one of your children is running towards you on fire, falls over at your feet, and turns to ash. The sky is on fire.
He's looking around and he falls to his knees, his fingers finding the ash of his child, tears streaming down his face.
There are footsteps behind you.
He whips around and he pulls out his dagger. Who's there?
It's your wife. She's drawn her sword, and she says,
Stumbles back several steps.
all your fault, and takes it overhead and goes to swinging it at your head. Right before it would hit, you blink, and Ren is right next to you.
He just starts sobbing, just openly sobbing.
Back up a little bit. Are you good?
Ren, is this normal for that?
I don't know. The elderly tend to do things once they hit a certain age, so it might be. I'm not sure.
It's an old people thing?
As you guys are saying this, you hear a horn off in the distance. And ZZ, you wouldn't know specifically, even though you don't know what this call is, that's a battle horn.
ZZ is immediately going to drop both of her swords.
Whoa, wait. There is so much going on right now. ZZ, what the hell? Demas, are you okay? I'm gonna reach in my bag to grab one of my daggers just to get ready. Breathe,
Demas,
wait.
Takes a couple deep breaths and stands up and dusts himself off. It's fine. It's
You both need to get ready.
nothing.
And ZZ is gonna run outside and try to find where the horn was blowing.
ZZ, what the hell? So I grab out my other dagger.
Chase it after weapons.
Okay, we're gonna
Yes,
pause
sir,
for
Ren.
you guys and go back to Amaris and Kaida.
Is Kaida and Alora still there? Like, are they still standing there?
Yes.
Can we hear the war horn?
Yes. Well, you can hear it, but it's super faint. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have you roll for it. I know Alora heard it, but Amaris, Kaida, go ahead and roll for it.
Okay. Which one would this be? Would this be a perception?
Mm-hmm.
15.
18.
You both hear it.
We need to go now.
Okay. Kaida, do you know where to meet up with your sister?
Elora, you can protect yourself. I will find you afterwards. I
will
promise.
find you.
I
But I
love
have to
you.
protect mine. One last time.
I love you so much. Be safe.
She
Okay,
spreads her wings and kind of pushes them down, and the first one brings her to a hover. And as she starts to lean forward, the second one shoots her up the staircase.
I'm gonna start hightailing it up the staircase.
Amaris, go ahead and roll a perception die for me. Not a perception, percentage die for me.
Okay, hold on, I gotta find one. I don't have any dice.
It's a D100.
Okay. 89.
Nice. You run outside, and you have forgotten all knowledge of where you are. I want to be specific. I'm not talking about how you got here from the Nexus or what the name of this town is. You have from this point to, like, anywhere in your past, the Silvian Woods and anything that's happened in them has been erased. You still know the people, the druid stuff, but you don't know where those people were anymore. The location of the Silvian Woods no longer exists in your memory.
I guess I'm just I'm gonna pull out a dagger and kind of look around, confused.
And Kaida comes charging out afterwards. I imagine that she would have grabbed Halo and as she was running up. And I guess kind of runs into the behind of Amaris and like grabs her wrist. He's like, come on, we need to go. Now we need to find the others.
Lead the way. I have no idea where I'm at.
Here, and she'll grab a rock off the ground as they're running and cast light on it and hand it to Amaris.
Okay.
Here.
I could just do the control point, but I'll grab the rock, I guess.
It's a glowing rock.
You probably won't
It's
have
light.
much
It's
concentration right now, given you've just lost a chunk of your memory. So take the rock.
Okay, I got the rock.
And she picks up another one and puts it in her hand, grabs like a handful of them. It's like, just follow my light.
Is this gonna help me though? I have dark vision.
It will stand out in the dark vision. I
okay,
also have
alright,
dark vision. I do have dark vision. I can see in the dark too. Gosh damn it, I'm a pointy person too. Let's go.
Bullshit. Following.
All right, y'all are going back to the town.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have you guys make it to the town just as Demas, Ren, and Zizi are coming out of the hut.
What's going on?
What is happening?
Off in the distance, you hear the horn go off a second time, and it's very evident that there's like armor noises and clanks coming
Where the
from
fuck
over
are
the
we?
hills, amidst the 3rd district.
It is a battle. You all need to draw your weapons. Ren, do you have the book?
Yes, I do, actually.
Kaida.
I was just gonna say, hey, I think your best friend, boyfriend guy, has been conspiring with the orcs.
He was
Yeah.
not my boyfriend, first of all. Second of all,
Irrelevant.
starting with orcs, what? Let me see that. And she'll grab the journal and start flipping through it.
It's evident that he was, that this was a transcript of him talking back and forth with orcs, telling them basically whenever your sister had something planned, what it was, what that information was, and them responding with not only how they were going to attack, but what reward he was going to get.
We need to protect the child.
We told him about Halo. What if
need
I
to-
told them?
Kaida.
What if they're here for Halo?
People are coming outside at this time, kind of seeing what the commotion is. You can see people running around and getting ready. And all of a sudden, let's just use this beautiful dice tower and 17 arrows whiz by into the sky and pierce 5 different people in the town.
We need to get out of here.
No. Kaida, you need to get that book to your sister, and we need to find him. Ren, I'm assuming you're good at tracking people.
I'm on it, and I'm going to...
Did we see
Did I
what
roll
direction he
for
went off in to
Arcana?
begin with?
No,
Like-
because once he went outside, you guys didn't follow.
That's fair, yeah. Yes.
Do you have
I wonder
anything
how
that can
drunk my
protect the
nose
child?
is.
Roll survival
Demon,
to see if
can
you
you
can
watch
find
Halo?
tracks.
We can keep the child safe.
Let's do
Protection charms aren't my thing, but we have defense.
If you stay with me.
I'll go with you.
On top of a
23.
hill,
I'm grabbing the
at
biggest stick near me, by the way.
At the end of dusk, a shadowy figure stands on top, and you can hear an orn. I don't even know what I was trying to say. A hork. You can hear a hork. You can hear an orc named Hork. Yeah. And start charging down the hill, and then waves of them start coming down. They're about other side
Kaida,
of
we
a
have to
football
go now.
field.
Get the book. We gotta go now.
I rolled a 23 for survival.
He
Can I-
went towards the desert, easily miles away still. He didn't go miles away, the desert's miles away, but that's the direction he went, so he went south.
ZZ, this way, let's go, and then just take off in like a full sprint towards them.
Can I
That
see
direction.
Alora anywhere in the air?
Alora is flying over the city, kind of circling. She keeps kind of like dropping down, and you can hear her giving people commands where she flies back up and lands somewhere else.
Protect Halo.
Yeah,
Kaida.
Dima's like scoops up the kid and runs with the other two
Which
away
two?
from the battle to keep the child away from the battle, towards the desert.
As you scream to the kid, Demas,
Mm.
the kid looks at you and you're the only one that can hear this. And the kid says, I know. And that's it. So you guys are
Demas
running
takes
out.
mental note, but he's not asking any fucking questions. We're going.
So you guys are running out. Amaris, what are you doing?
I am like trying to get Kaida to move it.
Kaida has the book and is looking at her sister and is like screaming at the top of her lungs her name and is waving it in the air.
Your sister sees you as she's standing on top of a building. She flies over to you, and before she has the chance to land, an arrow pierces through one of her wings. She crashes to the ground. And that is the end of episode 2.
That's disrespectful. That is so fucking rude. That is so fucking rude.
I am about to.
Listen, y'all better. You're gonna want to watch the afters on Thursday. This is gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, dude.
You know what to talk about.
Oh no!
I have fucking goosebumps from what the kid said to you, and I didn't even hear it in game.
Oh my god!
I told you guys, this is going to be the most jam-packed fucking campaign.
I mean, it's called Roll for Trauma for a reason, guys. What do you expect?
It was Kaida's turn. I didn't need that.
Save it for afters. All right, listen, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had some great viewers. We got some great donations. We got to leave it on the cliffhanger because we got to keep you guys enthralled and excited for what happens next. We have a guest NPC next episode, so look forward to that. If you are interested in being a guest NPC, feel free to send me a message on Discord. You can follow me at Eddie Rose, just like you've probably already heard everywhere else, ROZE. In the meantime, man, that was a damn good episode. From right to left, please tell the people who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
Hi, I am Violet. I play ZZ Mohias, and you can find me right here Tuesday nights. We also stream Thursday nights, some extra content. You can find me here on Roll for Trauma.
Hi, I'm Deontay. I play Ren Core. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Dapper_Macon 2.0 and find me here suffering on Roll for Trauma.
My name is Robin, and I play Kaida Danira. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Trippy Thistle, and here on Roll for Trauma, crying.
I'm Cole. I play Dios Andreas. I'm also crying here on Roll for Trauma on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm Onyx. I play Amaris Tareen. I am empathetically crying, and you can find me on TikTok. I see Onyx, and here Tuesdays and Thursdays on Roll for Trauma.
And I'm Eddie Rose. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fantastic. This campaign is already heating up. Oh, it's going to be insane. Can't wait to see you guys back here. Be sure to check out the behind the scenes this Thursday. And I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.